everyone, I'm Elizabeth Finch, and Happy New Year to you all. Welcome to 2016, and I hope that you guys are all thinking about your health and wellness goals in the new year and where you want to go with your health and wellness and where you are on your own personal journey. And something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about today is about the importance of creating healthy new habits, because it's not just about doing something for a few days and maybe making a lot of different changes all at once and then, maybe giving up on all of those a few days into it. It's really about making one or two changes at a time and really focusing on those actions and doing those things day in and day out so that they can become healthy new habits. Because what a habit is something that we kind of do every day on a daily basis without really giving it much thought, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys about healthy habits, and one thing in particular today that I recommend that you all start to focus on a little bit more is creating balanced meals. So I'm sure you've probably heard of the term balanced meals, or maybe the term a balanced diet or balanced eating, but you may not really be sure of what that is. So what balanced eating really means is getting a meal that includes all of the macronutrients, so protein, some good fat, and good carbohydrates, and then of course vitamins and minerals. And we're going to be able to get more of those macronutrients, and especially the vitamins and minerals and those antioxidants, if we're eating more of a whole foods-based diet. So focusing on eating more whole foods can certainly help with the macronutrients and then also those important vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So I want to kind of go through with you guys today about how to create a balanced meal or a balanced snack and give you guys some examples of each of them. Again, those macronutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, and good fats. So some examples of good proteins would be like eggs. The egg whites are a great example of a good lean protein. Also, beans are a good source of vegetarian protein. Lean meats like chicken, turkey, fish, limited amounts of good quality beef and other red meats. So those are all really good examples of good clean proteins. So some good examples of carbohydrates, or the good carbohydrates we want in our diet, are of course vegetables and fruits. Actually, most of the carbohydrates in our diet should come from vegetables and fruits. That's where we want to get the majority of them. Sweet potatoes are a great source of carbohydrates. Whole grains such as quinoa, oats, brown rice, those are all good sources of good complex carbohydrates. And beans actually are a good source of carbohydrates as well. Some good examples of good healthy fats would be like avocado, olives and olive oil, coconut oil, nuts and nut butters. And nuts and nut butters, nuts and seeds and nut butters are also going to be a source of protein. I forgot to mention that earlier. But so they're actually a 2-for. You get protein and good fats with those. So we want to make sure that we're getting those good fats in the diet as well. Gone are the days of eating low fat and fat free. We want to make sure that we're getting good healthy fats in our diet. It's so important for our bodies, and we need them to feel full and satiated from one meal to the next and to have all of the energy that we need throughout the day. So now that you've got some examples of the different macronutrients and some things that you can use in your meals and snacks there, I wanted to give you some examples of some of my favorite balanced meals and snacks. So in the way of breakfast, one of my favorite things to do is to put together what I call overnight oats, and they're really easy. You don't even have to cook them. So you take about a half a cup of old-fashioned oats, which of course has those good complex carbohydrates. They're a whole grain. Put them in like a mason jar or some kind of a container like that. Add about a cup of almond milk. I like to add about maybe a half a tablespoon or so of chia seeds, which again gives you the protein and also some good fat. You can add a little bit of almond butter if you want to. And you mix that up in the jar and then just set it in your refrigerator with the lid on and let it sit overnight. And then you can top it with, I like to top mine with berries. Pomegranate seeds are really delicious right now. It's wintertime where I am. That's really great on top of it. You could do a little bit of sliced banana. Again, you're getting some of those good complex carbohydrates with the fruit. So you've got protein in the chia seeds and also the almond butter if you use it. You've got good carbs from the oats and the fruit, and then you've got some good fats in the nuts and nut butters as well, and the seeds. So the next example I have for you could be a lunch or a dinner meal. This is a salad that I just put together. And first I started with a lot of beautiful mixed greens. I put those down first. Of course, those good complex carbohydrates. I'm going to turn it this way so you guys can see it a little bit better. I use some yellow bell pepper or orange bell pepper. Again, more healthy carbohydrates. And then I used a couple of soft boiled eggs, which is going to give us protein in the egg whites, and then also good fats in the egg yolk. So I really prefer eating the whole egg. And then the quinoa, of course, again, some good complex carbohydrates, and you've also got some protein in quinoa because it is actually a seed. And then I put a few sunflower seeds on this as well to add more good fat and a little bit more protein. So this is a balanced meal, and I would just dress this with maybe about a teaspoon of olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. You could add a little bit of Dijon mustard to that as well. So again, a good balanced lunch or dinner that's going to keep you full and satisfied and energized. And it's also really great for digestion and contains a lot of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So a couple of my favorite snack ideas are to take just an apple and slice it up. I like to sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon, which is super anti-inflammatory, and it just tastes really great. And then a little bit of almond butter on the side. So carbohydrates from the apple, also bonus there, all of that fiber in the skin. So make sure you're eating the skin of your apple. And then in the almond butter, you're getting protein and good fat. So a balanced snack. And then another one of my favorites is to just do a homemade trail mix. I really like to do almonds or maybe some cashews, but almonds are kind of my go-to. I'll do a little bit of pumpkin seeds. So of course you're getting the protein and good fats and the almonds and the seeds. And then a little bit of dried fruit, whatever you like. Just kind of go easy on it because dried fruit is a little bit more concentrated in sugar. But I really like to use dried cherries. So again, a good example of a balanced snack there. So in the new year, you guys, I really encourage you to, this is something that you can do every day when you're preparing your meals and snacks. And hopefully that's a goal for all of you in 2016 is to prepare more of your own food because it's so crucial for living a healthy lifestyle. It is so much better for you to prepare your food at home as much as possible and then take it with you when you need to, when you're on the go, or if you need to take it to work. But focus on making sure that you're getting balanced meals and snacks, that you're getting all three of those macronutrients in each of your meals and snacks. And then, of course, if you're focusing on those whole foods, that's going to help with the vitamins and the minerals and the antioxidants that we all need in our diet. So here's to a really happy and healthy 2016. I hope you guys found this information helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.